There isn't anything you can do that they can't do better.
I got it. Okay, now let's get these pants off and fly some planes. Fighter jets are going to be breathtaking. At the same time, they're not going to feel polished.
Eyeball, those sabers can fly any way you can.
You sure about that, Carl?
Ryan really stepped up to the plate with that stuff, whether it be blue screen or being in harnesses in the plane. He's very, very good at that.
Fling it about, either side, weaving it about.
The first part of the task was just getting the whole sequence planned, and that was done on a wall chart. From that, we designed a previs sequence.
The mandate that Martin asked us to do to make this sequence exciting was to keep it as real as possible.
We did a lot of research on the fighter pilots and watched a lot of videos, and we had pilots on set advising us.
As you bank, you're watching the guy at your 12 o'clock, and then once you are sure that you're not going to smack into him, start looking to where you're going.
I had the chance right from the start working with Martin Campbell to really give him inputs on, like, that's a really bogus statement. No one would say that. Hey, when you're showing the pilots, please show them with their masks up. You know, just lay it on the line and make things as realistic as possible.
Cleared weapons, hot at the merge.
Ferris test Sapphire, weapons are hot.
Whatever we shot had to be done by a real airplane that was flying along with the F-35s.
So things like the aircraft dynamics, the behavior of the aircraft, the environments that they're flying in, these all had to be very carefully judged.
That helped inform us to give a better dynamics of the plane, how they would fly in formation, how they would do dogfighting. The dogfight took close to 8 months.
From that, obviously, we made our shooting plan in terms of the actors.
We're just going to do a little bit of movement test here, Ryan Love, all right?
We did do some motion of the fuselage section that we had on the stage, and we threw it around as much as we could.
We had this like mini pod plane set up and climb a tall ladder and up way high. It felt like, you know, being in a ride at Disneyland. We had a microphone in our ear, and Martin would talk to us in our ear before takes because you can't hear anyone.
Well done, darling. So settle yourself down, honey, looking there, just glancing off to your right there. Stand by. Action.
There are things that you just can't really emulate. You have to get the actors to do it, like the effect of gravity, how body behaves in tight turns.
Bogey at 12 o'clock, and now! Come in.
Martin works very closely with his storyboards and his previs, so he has a very good idea for every shot exactly what the action should be.
So basically, I just do the sequences the way I think they should be done.
Hal tries to hold the controls, but the cocky pilot is suddenly scared and the warning lights are flashing now. Just rock it out, Hal. You've got it.
Well, any sequence you shoot in this film, you have no idea what it's going to be like. Everything you do is on the sound stage, and then it is brought to life in post, and then it is a fully functioning, three-dimensional world.
We did construct one full-size UCAV, a mock-up. That's in other sequences, it's a sort of a prop piece, but we didn't use it at all in the dogfight sequence. We scanned it and we took textures from it, but all the UCAVs you see in the dogfight are CG.
In character terms, to make that play through. You can have all the jets and the quick cuts, but if it's not playing into the story and it's not playing the characters, then it's not doing anything.
Sure enough, the sabers are shuddering. Hal climbs above them, the F-35 starting to tremble now. We see it wide, the tiny plane struggling to escape Earth, then shaking as they falter. Warning lights flash. The sabers are still right on his tail. Hal rolls over and races them down. He takes aim, and he opens fire!